Hey folks, this little late getting this out, but been busy. So back from the Big Ten tournament up in North Dakota on Lake Sakakawea, my absolute favorite tournament of the year. First weekend of August this year was moved up to the last weekend of September. Temps were unseasonably warm, as most all of you know that. Around here in the upper Midwest, it was still 87 degrees. Water temps were in the, like, I think upper 60s or 70s or something like that. It was way warmer, so a little different than normal. And we had to go to White Earth Bay for a launch, which actually worked out pretty good because that's more kind of central, maybe a little bit more on the lower end where most of the fishing takes place. And kind of weird this year. Weights were down. Typically, a 12 to 14 pound bag a day is going to put you into money. Overall, weights are down, but the money weights were up. So a 13.33 pounder was caught on day one. I think we didn't even have a fish that weighed, or 5 fish that weighed that much. And 11 in like 3 pounds or 11.3 or something like that on day two. A couple 21 pound bags. The funny thing and the way this tournament always works in 2 days is why I love them. Consistency pays. Neither one of those guys won that tournament or those teams with those big fish. They did finish in the money. I think they were like second and fifth or what have you. But like a 14 and 16 pound bag each day won. So kudos to those guys. Not sure how they did it. A lot of guys were trolling. A lot of guys were rigging crick chubs and minnows, like pretty typical for Lake Sakakawea. You know how good the chub bite is up there. Saw quite a few guys kind of scoping around. I don't think the scope and bite was all that good. Could be wrong. First day of practice when we got there, so Randy and Hummel fished it with me this year, and hopefully we will continue to do that. We scoped on the first day and did really well. Had about a 15 pound bag, and thought, all right, we did it pretty quick, so I thought this would be good. Second day, couldn't scope up hardly any fish. Got a few smaller ones, but we got them on jigs and minnows, a few plastics, a mooch minnow or a jerk shad. Caught a few. Jig and wrap caught a nice one. Randy threw that up pretty shallow and caught some on the jig and wraps. We didn't really rig trubs. Minnows were working pretty good, but when we started cranking a few spots just to cover some waters, we only had like a day and a half of practice. We caught a lot of fish. We caught them quick, and we actually caught some really healthy ones. But we keyed in on a few spots that had fat fish. And you know, when you're talking 5 of your biggest fish, when it's not a lengthy conversion, this weight matters big time. So we ended up focusing on that spot, and come day one, as you see in the video, you don't even get to see any. We went right to our scoping spot, tried to pitch jigs, a lot of fish. Water was dirty. It was blowing into it. Fish were all over. They wouldn't react to nothing. They did crank through there and catch a couple dinks. Then we said, all right, let's just go find some better water. We spent quite a bit of time there, probably too much, because as soon as we went to our cranking spot, boom, hit a 3.5 pounder immediately as our first fish. We started the second day there, same thing, kind of like a 3 and a 4, and then just kind of sorted through some, and then bounced around. We did have a little milk run spot we could run to and pick up some 15, 16s, maybe an 18 pretty quick, and we did that both days just to fill out our limit, even though we caught a bunch, but kind of throwing some of those, 16, 17s back early, trying to get to that minimum of 12 to 14 a day just to stay in it in hopes of obviously a little bit bigger fish. But cranking was not on the ticket. Did not anticipate having to crank. Knew that would definitely be in the card, so I took my lead core. But we're going in. Randy and I both love the rig, scope. Got a good system for that. But we trolled. So flicker minnows were money, and a Northland rumble shad. So I've had really good luck with these up there. The problem with them is they're balsa. Got a lot of pike and some decent sized pike, and they trash these. So they can bend. This lip will get bent, and this little the eyelet here on the top that you hook your crosslock snap or whatever you use on there, that can tend to get bent out. So and they're not cheap. So they're a nice bait. I've had really good luck, and I've got a lot of big fish on these. They're not cheap, but they do break. I broke a lot of them, all pretty much in this bill area. It's that balsa, it's soft. So even if you get snagged a lot or you bend on there, you're gonna loosen that gap up where the bill goes in there and be hosed. But the number 7 flicker minnows and number 9s were good. I ran a 9 and Randy ran a 7s. I just like the bigger hooks on the 9. Probably could have switched up the hooks on the 7s because we lost some at practice on the 7s. We didn't lose any on the 9s. So typical bait up there, that always works real well. So crank lead, we got them in 4 to 8 foot of water, when we were jigging and pitching, and then kind of 14, seemed more like 16 to 18 feet, I would say, 13, 14 feet at times after the wind blew on it, or as the sun came up and it warmed it up, and it slid up a little shallower. It's kind of a target depth. So like 9 something one day, we're in like 18th after day 1. I think we finished in 14th or 15th. So Not great, not horrible. Only 67 boats. If you guys have never fished the Big Ten Showdown on Lewis and Clark State Park, so we're supposed to go out of one out at White Earth, whatever the case is. On Lake Sakakawea, Jeff Clark puts this thing on, does it all by himself. He's got a pile of support, sponsors. Burwell's a huge, phenomenal sponsor. Not only do the guys fish it, a lot of those guys from that company are out there, WellPro are out there helping. They're volunteering. So, George and his crew is just phenomenal people. Great sticks, bunch of great anglers. It's $1,000 entry. Big payout though. We're only paying out the top 10, or in this case top 7, because we had 67 boats. The goal is to get 100 boats in it. So if you're looking at this come next year, hoping Jeff puts it on again, try to get to that 100 boats. Steak and potato dinner at the rules meetings, phenomenal. The fire department helped puts that on. He's got a ton of support, ton of volunteers. The guy just does this because he's a good dude, and it's one of the best and smoothest and best run tournaments. And Jeff takes no bull, so there's no funny business going on. We got boat checked once or twice on the water, actually by Jeff, throughout the day. So they're out there. They have patrol boats checking up on you, seeing how you're doing. What are you doing good? And they'll check your fish. You got to put a clip in them or a zip lock on them. So zip tie, excuse me. That's it. Check it out next year when that thing comes up. I believe they also have a tournament in the spring. They do. The place is phenomenal. And the reason to go to Sakakawea is like you need a reason to go there because the fishing is great anyway. But if you're looking for one, join and fish that tournament. So, but I always have some crankbaits ready when we go to Sakakawea because we just work and we catch a lot of fish. So good things to come with those big fish up there on that end of the lake for next season, for next year. So the system's got some big ones. We have to get there, maybe get an extra day in next year and see what happens. We had a blow day this year, so they moved it. So Friday, Saturday, typically they had a blow day Friday. We moved it to Saturday, Sunday. Weather was pretty good. We could move around all you needed to, so it was a good time. So here's a little video of some of it. Mics got turned off on the second day for I actually accidentally bumped the power, but they're on day one. But just a few catches, pretty much just cranking up some fish. I don't think I got any footage of rigging or pitching, maybe a practice. So Randy Hummel and I, Lake Sakakawea, Big Ten Showdown. Here you go.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to another episode here on Walleye Guys YouTube page. We are out here at my favorite place, Lake Sakakawea, North Dakota. Got a tournament this weekend, a couple days of practice. See if we can't find some decent walleyes and fish the Big Ten Championship tournament out here. It's always into 1st October and September, a little earlier this year. A good tournament, great group of guys, good fishing, a lot of fish in this lake. We just got to find some of them little 4+ pounders to do a little better up in this one. So folks pulling away from me here. So stay tuned and we'll see if we can't show you what's happening on Lake Sakakawea up here for the fall fishing. See what they want to eat. Chubs, minnows, crawlers, still pretty warm. Gonna be like 86 today, so that's crazy. Water's low, so we're going out of a different launch this year, but we'll see. So thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned, and hopefully we can hook up with some walleyes.
Fatter over here? They don't look like it.
It does. Oops.
Zero weighs nothing, huh?
Okay. Yeah, a little bit big. An ounce, 213.
I'm a fucking stud. Three fish for almost 8 pounds.
5 fish. Coming up. Up there on the net, no. That's a pretty big fish, Rock. He's got a big belly on him. Ranges 12-12. Show him to the camera, alright? Natties. Well, good morning. It is day one of the Big Ten Showdown here at Lake Sakakawea in awesome North Dakota. Day one Saturday. Day one officially was Friday, blow day, so we moved this Saturday. Sunday, it looks pretty good today, so I'm gonna get like some southwest 15 here a little bit later, but sunny. It's kind of high like 80, so a little unseasonably warm, but that's all right. So Randy is making his way to the dock. I'm gonna go pick him up. We're gonna go pitch some jigs and some minnows and catch some big walleyes. So we'll see. We'll check in. We'll try to get you some footage today, some footage tomorrow, and show you what we got going on. There it is. Real good one, huh?
That'll work.
All right, you got to do the fish management shit.
Okay.
Like dry. 3 pounds. Much bigger fish, but I got him. He ain't worth shit. Flip him.
16.
Same damn spot though.
You're right at 16.
We both threw them back.
There you go. I feel like if we really needed to scramble at the end of the day, if we go on that pass where we caught all them 15, 16s.
We can probably crack a bunch quick. Good one?
Yeah, it feels like it could measure.
Rumble shad or flicker minnow? Hopefully they're fat.
Oh, watch out for them.
Just walk over here and you got it, you got it. Man. Stuck team, I guess. Oh, we're gonna be a lot bigger. Like right kind?
Yeah. And weight.
Keeper. Lift.
Fucking get one?
Yep. Sorry.
Going 2 mile an hour and 13 foot of water.
It's gonna be another good fish. I see him. He's an upgrade.
This guy's an upgrade.
I don't know. I don't need net on that one.
Okay.
He might be an upgrade, but
Yeah, some spots are. All right, well, good morning. It is day 2 out here for the Big Ten tournament. We are sitting in 18th. Pretty tough day on day 1 for everybody. Kind of the lowest weights I've ever seen out here, except one team who cracked a 13.33 pounder. So kudos to them. That is a big walleye. Of course, they're sitting in first at 21. We have a whopping 9 pounds, 10 ounces. Typically, it takes 12, 14 a day to. There's only a couple 14s, and out of 67 boats, and we're in 18th with 9, 10. It's pretty low weights. A lot of fish. They just were in a kind of a funk, real windy. I think it stirred things up quite a bit on Friday, which is why we postponed day 1. And colder, a little bit cooler in the morning, but still, today's gonna be just a beautiful day. No wind. I don't know, 70, 80 degrees. So, but scoping's been tough. First day of practice was good. We had a good 15 pounds doing it. But they wouldn't even chase, react, or move on a bait at all yesterday. So we had a crank. First fish, 3.5 pounder, looked good, and then threw back some fat 16s and ended up having to go make a quick little milk run spot to just fill out a quick limit and then go chase the big ones in the afternoon. But we're gonna probably have to go do a little cranking today. It seems to be working the best. I don't know if the water's because the water's a little dirty or what the case, but they're just catching a lot more fish and some bigger fish, really. So I'm gonna give that a shot. Otherwise, we got some, jigging, scoping spots to go hit. I'll just see how it goes, play it by ear, and drive around and find the right color of water. But the second day, we're sort of in the second flight. It's only like 17 in the second flight and 50 in the first, or however that is. And so we don't even go out till 9, so 9 to 5. That's all right. We didn't catch anything the first hour yesterday morning. So the sun get up. I think it's going to warm up some of the sand, these ledges these fish are sitting on. They're pretty shallow, kind of that 6 to 8 feet or 14 to 17 foot, whether in rocks or on gravel and sand. And once that warms up, they tend to kind of lay up there a little better. So we're going for. We'll see where things land. We need to get a little 13, 14 pound day, which is plenty feasible, to move up to cash a check at the minimum. So, but we're going for a 20. See if we can't move all the way up. Stay tuned.